We've got lots more to come. We've mentioned the plumber to purveyor a
mentioned
lot.
whiskey.
We're talking gin, how a chance discovery of a 120-year-old distillery led to an award-winning gin maker whose spirits stocked London's finest stores now.
Yeah, not only the finest stores, Buckingham Palace itself.
And Downing Street, I believe.
It's everywhere.
They're all drinking this stuff.
You're with Work Life from BBC News.
But now let's move on. You might want a Brexit breather. So we're going to talk plumbing and boutique gin making.
Like many entrepreneurial success stories, it was down to chance. Plumber in Paddock ran a leak detection company when a building dispute, forced it's the gin in the studio, forced him to research his firm's building history, and he uncovered an illicit gin distillery.
So with just a very vague recipe, he's now making his own award-winning tipple. So it's stocked in Harrods. You can get hold of it in Fortnum and Mason and in Selfridges. And I think Buckingham Palace like this particular gin. We've got Ian
and here it is
with us, founder of Old Bakery Gin. He's got a bottle with him and we've not opened it. We haven't had any at all.
Much as you might think we have.
We can't blame the gin. We can't blame the gin. Ian, it's so good to have you on the programme.
Pleasure.
So you tell us this story. You were a plumber, now you're making this award-winning gin.
Yes, so I bought a 150-year-old bakery, which was just a complete wreck, to convert into an office for my plumbing company. So it's now an office. When we did all the building works, we removed the original bakery ovens and the chimney because they were dangerous. I then got sued by a neighbour for not an insignificant amount, who said, "You've removed my chimney." We got into this dispute over the chimney, which I'd removed. During the history lesson before we went to court to find out who did or didn't own this old wreck, the lawyers found out that the original bakers over 100 years ago made and sold illegal gin there. And I tracked the original family down, the family descendants, got the original recipe. There's only 4 botanicals. So there's 3,000 gins today, 60 new gins a month. So it's really, really competitive. This is just a really simple London dry gin with 4 botanicals. We're using the original 4 that the bakers did.
So how do you get that gin? It's a brilliant story.
Yeah, it's mad story.
In Harrods, because, you know, gin making and gin distilleries and whatever.
A magic wand.
It's huge right now. There's thousands of people who are saying, we've got this authentic gin, craft gin. It's big business. So how did you get yours in there?
Just not taking no, because there's actually, believe it or not, because there's so many gins, there is actually gin fatigue in the market now. So,
really?
So buyers in the big shops are actually bored of it because every day there's 50 new gins. Can you buy my gin? Can you buy my gin? They're bored of it. It's actually boring. We've actually got something really interesting to say. It's got real heritage. You know, Michael Patillo's been to visit.
But they've all got their stories, let's be honest. The PR machines are working hard. How do you make sure your gin is the one on the shelf?
Well, you can chuck loads and loads of money at PR. I mean, that's not something we do or have ever done or have got any experience of doing. This is just a really simple story. Some plumbers bought a bakery, they made illicit gin, we tracked the family down, we've resurrected it. It's an authentic story, and it's that authentic story that people like.
And
so,
I'm wondering how your skills as a plumber translated into making this stuff. As you see, it's moved closer to Sally.
Yeah, I was watching that, and I was.
The director told us to.
Glass, where's my glass?
The camera shot. That's all.
Yeah. So we actually built our own stills. So you go on our website, the actual stills that we've created, we've made ourselves. So our plumbing skills definitely came into place. But we've been in talks with the Foreign Office about getting this into every British embassy on the planet, so that when the ambassadors are having a gin and tonic with a foreign dignitary, this is such a British story.
The new ambassadors welcome.
Yeah.
A glass of your
It's
gin.
like the chocolate advert.
But just to, I did say we're going to get a Brexit breather, but not quite, because actually most of this bottle, the cork, the glass, etc., it all comes from Europe.
Yeah, so the bottles from Germany, the stoppers are from France.
How are you preparing?
Yeah.
Well, do you know, we've never done this before, but that's not obviously an excuse to not prepare. The million-dollar question is, we've spoken to all of our suppliers, and the bottom line is, as long as we keep paying our bills, they will keep supplying us. They've all said if the politicians want to punish us for whatever reason, by putting tariffs on and all this kind of stuff, that's out of our suppliers' hands. That's a political decision.
Briefly, Ian, how different is life now for you?
It's much more fun. It's much
Do you
more fun.
drink a lot of gin? Do you
No
like
comment.
it? No, come on. You're not a gin lover, are you?
I'm more of a whiskey or a bourbon person, to be quite frank. I mean, this is just by... I mean, if I hadn't been sued, we wouldn't be here discussing it with you today.
You'd still be fixing toilets.
Absolutely.
And that's no bad job either.
Ian
It's
Paddock,
so nice to meet you, Ian.
Thank you very much
Thank you
indeed.
very much.
Thank you.
We'll keep it in front of us here for the rest
Apparently
of the
we've
programme.
been told by the director, give the gin back. Give the gin back.
There's going to be a fight in front
All
of
right.
me.